Today we are joined by Dr. Carlos Martinez. How you doing, doctor?
Very good, Albert. Thank you for having me today with you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, this is one of our first versions of the LAA Houston podcast. And what we're going to do is we're going to be highlighting our members, our sponsors, our board members, and really kind of telling and sharing the story of the LAA Houston chapter and the Latin American Insurance Agent Association. But today we obviously want to start off with a bang. We want to start off with our president of the LAA, Dr. Carlos Martinez. So I'm thankful for you joining us today.
Thank you, Clark, for having me here. You're doing a great job with this podcast idea, and we hope and we're looking forward to having our members loving it.
Absolutely. And the biggest thing that we're looking to do here is to really just highlight our members. But first of all, I want to start with Dr. Martinez's story because you have a very interesting story, how you've transitioned from, being a doctor to working in the insurance industry for so many years, and now in this new chapter as president and CEO of Chosen Partners, which is a very passionate endeavor that you've taken on and kind of like this next chapter. So tell us a little bit, Dr. Martinez, about your story, how you started, and what brought you here today.
Definitely. Let's try to make that story as short as we can for to fit in this podcast. But in a nutshell, back in the day, over 30 years ago, when medicine was changing, becoming managed care, I
Yeah.
didn't want to be part of that. So I have this unique opportunity that just came to me of joining an insurance company in the role of an underwriter kind of thing and medical director type of thing. And that's basically how I get into this little by little on a transition that I never thought about it, but eventually I fall in love with it. That brought me in to become chief underwriters of my last company, National Western Life, which is no longer in business, as you guys know. And
Mhm.
from there to chief marketing officer, chief international officer, chief domestic cultural diverse officer. And within that travels, I find LAIA, which I was looking for an association that I can become part of it and bring uh, people together and developing our resources, because I think in this country it's very important that agents, especially the independent agents,
Mhm.
get together, put a strong force together, create a great network so we can have a stronger voice and representation.
That's awesome. And what that brings up a really good point because I think where our LAA Houston chapter is unique that we have a pretty wide variety of members, right? We have independent agents that focus on the property and casualty, but we have a really large group of life insurance and financial service advisors, which I think it's unique, right? And I think that was one of the things that kind of brought you to LA, Houston, and wanting to do more, correct?
Correct. And not only that, I mean, for those that don't know, Albert, I do not live in Houston. I live in Austin, Texas. And every month I'm in Houston, making sure that the meetings are taking place, even when I was just a director, because the love and passion for the association is very important for me. I truly believe that we all have to put a little bit of our times, a little bit of ourselves, and making our association growth again for the betterance of our own profession and the protection of our clients overall. As you know, we do a bunch of things with the association, included but not limited to our legislative involvement, which I think is very important for our groups.
Well, that's a really good point because as Dr. Martinez mentioned, he traveled, in his travels throughout the country, engaged with LAA, which started in Florida, and the chapter here in Houston is now 3 years old. So it's unbelievable. I was honored to be a part of the board as well, and continue to be on the board. But what I've loved that, when I moved from California to Houston, LAA kind of welcomed me with open arms. So I'm sure that that same welcoming attitude that we have, I think it's embraced with all our different chapters, right, that we have throughout the country. And I think, Dr. Martinez, you're bringing that same energy and that same vibe. And again, it is a huge commitment, you traveling all the way from Austin to come to events. So we always say to the local members, like, if Dr. Carlos can do it, you can do it as well, right?
Definitely, there's no excuse. If I commit, everybody else can commit.
So let's talk a little bit about this new endeavor, right? Chosen Partners, which is a company that you've started, and I believe your daughter Sophia's involved, and you got some of the family involved and some of the partners. So talk to me a little bit about Chosen Partners, who they are, what it's all about, and what's this next chapter mean for you.
Well, Chosen Partners comes after I retired from my corporate life of almost 30 years doing that
Mhm.
business. As you all know, I'm 60 years old this year. So
Never think.
I refuse to go away. So after several discussions, we decided that we need to take all of our experience, put it together, and basically do what we've been doing for 30 years, but this time directed to our consumers without being attached to one carrier, which is traditionally what we do over in corporates. With
Yeah,
this opportunity, we have the opportunity to bring people, customers, and agents as well, a variety of carriers through Chosen Partners Insurance and Financial Services, which is the organization that we put together. The purpose of the organization is to aggregate and bring agents that are looking to grow the practice more, to go to the next level, using our experience to become our chosen partners. We also accepted new, uh, new agents that have no experience at all, right? But most important thing is to do the right thing for the customers, so we can be able to cater and protect and give solutions to our clients according to their needs. That's the ultimate goal.
that's awesome. Well, and I think what what the advantage that you bring to the table, Dr. Martinez, that you've been on the carrier side for so many years, right? So you understand what the requirements are, how difficult sometimes it is for agents to get access to markets. And I think that's one of the things that LAA does very, very well, is that we have carriers calling us day in, day out. How do I get involved with the organization? Because they're looking for distribution partners, right? And at the end of the day, we become that vehicle. And I think that's the same thing that you're doing with Chosen Partners, right? You're becoming kind of a vehicle for those agents and clients to gain access to the products they need. So congratulations on that. I know you're
Right.
working hard and getting that going and doing extremely well. And of course, once you have, I tell my son who's now a freshman in college, I said the one thing that AI will not take is relationships, and they will not be able to build relationships like how we build relationships, right? I think that's the ease of doing business within the insurance industry, is that facility to really just, build rapport with people. And I think that's something that no technology can replace, right?
You're absolutely right, Albert. Uh, the core of our business is the human touch, is relationship building. AI is very important. We are talking about it. I'm talking about it. I'm learning about it. I think the most important thing for our agents across the board to understand is AI is only going to replace those that doesn't take and learn about it,
Right.
right? It's important that you embrace this new technology and use it to the benefit of your clients and your practices anywhere you go. So don't be afraid of it. It can be scary at the first, but once you jump into it, but I'm telling you, I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yes, absolutely. Well, listen, Dr. Carlos, I wanted to get you on and share your story for a little bit, but also want to take a few minutes to let everybody know that this Wednesday we're celebrating Life Insurance Awareness Month in September, and we're having our monthly meeting at Maggiano's in Post Oak here in Houston. And we have a tremendous panel of life insurance experts, financial services experts, yourself, Brandon Green, Kyle. We're having really a powerhouse panel. So I want to make sure that we invite everybody to attend and make sure that they sign up today, right? Because prices will go up the later you sign up. So, but anything that you want to talk about briefly about the panel this week and what we're offering to our members.
Certainly, Albert. We have put together a very, very, very impressive panel. It's going to be moderated by our good friend Miguel Taveras, which everybody knows him as one of the executive VPs of Hoopy's Performance Network, which is a very good partners association. We have Kyle Linder from State Farm in there. Myself, we're going to be there as well. We are all going to share what we call the power of protection and why life insurance is so important. Uh, every single day, we see the impact of people that have chosen to protect not only their families, but their businesses, their assets through life insurance. I wanted to make sure that everybody that comes to this meeting walks out of there with that strong feeling and knowledge that it is important to look at life insurance, to offer it to your clients. If you don't offer life insurance, find a way to offer it or to partner with somebody. And that's the beauty about LAIA. If you are in the PNC side of the business and not in the life insurance business, why not come to these meetings? Find and meet somebody that is in the life and with the business and create some type of relationship. So your customers are not ever left into the drift for somebody else, and you can actually recommend it who you think and you trust to take care of your clients and maintain that level of a service that we all expect to give our customers.
Awesome, Dr. Martinez. Well, listen, I really appreciate your time today. For all of those that watch this video, please make sure to follow the LAA Houston chapter, follow the Latin American Insurance Agent Association out in Florida, and all of our chapters throughout the country. And don't forget to come on Wednesday, September 11th or September
President,
September 10th. It's going to be at Maggiano's Post Oak, and we're looking forward to seeing you. So come on and join us and learn a little bit more about the power of protection.
thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Albert.
All right, take care.